solo mum with me for the first time since Sammy's been born. I've been left alone with both of the boys. I have been left alone with both the boys for like 2 to 3 hours at a time, but I've been that anxious where I've asked Zen to help me put both of the boys to sleep before he leaves, because I can't be having both of the boys awake, because naturally I do get quite anxious and quite panicky. But today Zen's out for several hours because he's playing football. He's got a match, so I'm alone with the boys for the first time. And for 2026, my New Year's resolution is to really be independent, to be more confident, to believe in myself more. It's 12:44 and it's currently 3:24, and I'm so proud of how much I've done so far. I've bathed them, I've changed them, I fed them, I got myself ready, I even ate myself. And you know what, I'm going to get the boys to put their jackets on. Well, no, I'm going to do that for them, they're only babies. I'm going to put their jackets on and then we're going to go for a walk. Guys, Zen just finished his match, so he came and met me on my walk. He brought Tim Hortons, which I'm holding with my scarf because it's freezing in this chair. It's been so nice. I think we should just do this every day. What do you think, Zane? This is the current state of the kitchen. I know it looks horrendous, but I don't want to sugarcoat anything. Today I'm making biryani. I've already made the rice because I had to order onions in because I didn't have any. So yeah, I'm making extra for my mother-in-law because she's not well. So got some Lucozade as well and some of her favourite biscuits. Bless her. I've already prepped my ingredients, got all the spices out, and Jose is banging on the door, but I don't want him in here because, you know, onions and the spices makes your eyes go all crazy. But yeah, it's 2:56. Let's see how long it takes me. Made the biryani masala. I'm about to layer the rice and just catching up on Zoe. Kitchen is also semi-clean, still got to do it. I don't have any food colouring on me, guys, so I'm literally just using a pinch of turmeric all over, but just a little bit goes a long way. Just gave it a quick mix and just like that it's ready. It's 4:54 and we're finally finished. I got some biryani packed in a box for them. I made some salad. I've just also packed some of the last pasta left because I made pasta the other day. So some leftover pasta as well, and then some raita. And then I'm going to put it in this bag. I've got some cereal boxes for them because my youngest brother-in-law is actually 10. So I thought I'd just give that to him because we don't have it. And some Lucozade. Packing some bread as well. I'm sure that they do have bread, but just in case they don't, because obviously they're not well, so the last thing I want them to be doing is running around tomorrow morning. But I'm sure they will have it, but they've got quite a big family, mashallah, so it's a big person extra. There you go, I'll have that all ready for them. I've also I've got a load in here actually, which I'm not putting on because I always put on load and then I put them out to dry and then I don't fold them. So Zen was given the task to fold them actually. Let's see his progress. Oh, thanks for folding them. No, put them away please. Let's cook and chat. Today I'm making shepherd's pie. I've made it my New Year's resolution to cook more this year and order less. I don't particularly enjoy cooking, but it is what it is, it's got to be done. And I made shepherd's pie before, literally February of last year, or was it January of last year, I'm not sure. I remember my husband came out from work, we watched Apprentice, he had my food, he liked it, but then I never made it again because I just found it so tedious because of the mashed potatoes and boiling it and stuff like that. I just thought, forget this. A quick lazy girl hack for you is to chop, prep, defrost, wash the meat beforehand and then cook like a couple of hours later. For me, I find that that's so much, it must just be a placebo effect because for me I find that when I do the cooking in bits it feels quicker, like the cooking process just becomes quicker, when in reality it's really not that deep. My oil is warming up now. To be fair, I didn't chop my ingredients before because we didn't have any potatoes, so Zen had gone out to get it, and then yeah, so I just sat down and peeled potatoes and now I'm just chopping my onion. And actually I'll show you the spice that I'm using. It's actually a ready-made packet, so all you need to do is add that into your keema mix and you're good to go. So yeah, and before anyone says tie your hair up, fashion before hygiene. Gosh, did anyone not teach you guys anything in school? Good. Honestly guys, I never knew how to cook before I got married, and everyone knew the fact. I never knew how to cook. So I didn't even know how to make egg. To be fair, I'm allergic to egg, so there's no reason for me to make egg. But my husband and my son eat egg, so I have to make egg now. But honestly, if you ever have a Marina's egg special, expect to find some eggshells in the bar and you'll survive. Your throat might feel prickly for a bit, but you'll be fine. Wait for my onions to brown. Let me show you the packet I'm using quickly. The Schwartz, is that how you pronounce it? It's the keema shepherd's pie mix. And all you have to do is literally just make your keema and then sprinkle this over it, and basically that's all. Tomato puree. Yeah. I can't cook, so I follow recipes to the T. Like, I've got measuring jugs and measuring cups and everything. Like, I can't eyeball it yet. I'm not that much of a professional. Right, let me chop my potatoes. Get my potatoes boiling. But yeah guys, I never knew how to cook before I got married. I think I started to cook 1 month before my wedding. But yeah, I was like, oh, forget this, I'm a bride. I'm not going to learn how to cook. I really didn't actually enjoy cooking. Do I enjoy cooking now? Not necessarily, but like I said, because it's got to be done, I just have to firm it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, my in-laws taught me everything, guys. So I lived with my in-laws for about 11 months before we were offered this flat. I told my husband from the get-go, like, I want to move out. Like, I don't want to be living with, you know, my in-laws forever. And alhamdulillah for understanding people, because when I told my in-laws that as well, they were so supportive. Yeah, I always had my in-laws' help. But yeah, nonetheless, they helped me cook. They, honestly, I didn't even know how to chop onions or to make salad. They taught me everything. My sister-in-law, I need to give credit more to my sister-in-law. She taught me so much, honestly. All three of them, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law, tried to teach me how to make roti, but I could not gun the atta for the life of me. So I think at one point they gave up on me as well, because I just couldn't do it. My mother-in-law taught me how to make rice. And before anyone says, did your mum not teach you anything? She tried to, but I think, you know what it's like, you're always a brat with your parents, isn't it? And plus we were a family of 4, it was just me and Issa, mum and dad, and I was a 9 to 5 corporate girly. I used to come back from work, I used to have dinner. That was one thing I really had to adjust to in my in-laws' house, is that they have dinner quite late. I used to have dinner, I'm not even joking, 7, 8 o'clock, and then I used to go to bed by 10 o'clock at the latest, all the time. But because my father-in-law finishes work quite late, they love to eat as a family. So we'd eat dinner quite late. But I always knew it was going to be an adjustment moving in. Just as much as it's an adjustment to me, it's an adjustment to them as well. You know, gosh, I hope I don't get demonetized because I just showed them that. But I did enjoy living with my in-laws, don't get me wrong. Unfortunately, you hear a lot of negative stories when it comes to living with in-laws. Like, the mother-in-laws can always, like, people say mother-in-laws are always so crap, but I think it's so important to hold yourself accountable as well. And I think, like, my in-laws are very non-judgmental. They're the type of people to hold themselves accountable if, you know, if they've done wrong, for example, which, alhamdulillah, we've never had an altercation, but, like, I think naturally you become more like them as well. And I think it's so important to hold yourself accountable. Marina, if you've done wrong, you've done wrong. Do you know what I mean? If you're a bitch, you're a bitch. If you're a brat, you're a brat. Do you know what I mean? It's not always the in-laws that are the problem. Do you know what I mean? And I think my mum always told me this before I moved in. She always told me this before I moved in. You're moving into their house. It's their rules. You're living under their roof. You will have to change. Change is inevitable. Change is the only constant. You will have to change. You will have to adapt. You will have to adapt to their lifestyle, to their routines, because you're living and moving into their house. And that's okay. It's their house, their rules. Don't expect to live the same life that you lived before. Do you know what I mean? for me, like, as bratty as it sounds, I never even picked up a dish before I got married. I'm not even joking. Never even used to wash up, as bratty as that sounds. But yeah, so when I think about it, it looks like I did a lot cooking and cleaning, but in hindsight I didn't. All the tasks were actually delegated. Like, you would see the boys in there, my brother-in-law, my father-in-law chefing it up, cooking, cleaning. Like, alhamdulillah, it was never the girls are doing everything, no. But yeah, I did. Honestly, the day I moved in on the 11th of December, like, I went straight in, because I'm not going to be taking the mick, you know. I'm not going to be living here like a princess. I want to help you cook. I want to help clean. And yeah, obviously towards the end of my pregnancy, I laid back a bit. So yeah, and it was never like, no one expected me to do the dishes, but I always thought, because my mother-in-law's cooking, I'll do the dishes. And yeah, otherwise if the dishes were not done, someone was going to do them, do you know what I mean? But alhamdulillah, I had a really positive experience. But equally, I'm so happy that I have my own space, because as much as you have your own privacy and freedom, you know, the freedom is not like it is when you're living alone, if you know what I mean. For me, like, I did find it a big adjustment to move in, purely because of the area that I live in. It's a town, and it's like right in the middle of Manchester and Liverpool, and if you want to get into places, you need a car, or you need to go by train or something. And yeah, I mean, obviously I've come from London, nothing is comparable. You can't compare a city to a town, like, it's not fair. But like, I was a bit bored, because like, even 2 years down the line, I still haven't made friends. Obviously I've got all of Zen's family, my in-laws. Ow, that just jumped on my hand, the oil. But of course I've got my friends, my husband's family, all my in-laws. But at the end of the day, they've got their own lives, they work, they've got uni, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I haven't necessarily made friends up here yet. So because of that, my husband is my only friend, like, he's my best friend. And he goes everywhere with me, bless him. Even when he probably doesn't want to, I force him to, because I've got no one else to go with. So I ground my onions, ginger garlic paste, keema, and I'm just going to cook the keema up a bit. I hope I didn't add too much water to the potatoes, because they're boiling right now. I don't want the water to overspill. But yeah, one thing I'd say is that respect is earned. You have to give respect in order to receive respect. So don't go in your in-laws' house expecting to be treated like a princess all the time. Like, no, get up and do your bit, do you know what I mean? And you need to also understand that equally, just as much as you're moving into their house, they are also they're also welcoming a sort of stranger, if you know what I mean. Like me and Zen, we involved parents in July, and then in September they asked for my hand, and then in December we got married. So we really did have a lot of time to get to know each other. Of course, like, over the phone we spoke quite a lot, but like, it's never the same unless you live with them, until you live with them, sorry. So yeah, it's not like they knew me, and it's not like I knew them like that. Just every day I was learning new things about them. And alhamdulillah, people who follow religion over culture, they are the people that you want to be with. You do not want people who choose culture over deen. Oh my god, then that's when shit gets effed up. Alhamdulillah, my in-laws, they're very religious actually. Not very religious, I shouldn't say, no one's the perfect Muslim, but they've taught me so much about my deen as well. A lot of things that, as embarrassing as it sounds, I didn't even know. It'd been a long time since I went to the masjid. I think because it's always been me, my mum, my sister at home. Like, we never really went to masjid. We always used to pray Eid namaz at home, read Quran at home and stuff. So even when we had mosque lessons, like, we had Grace Sahib come to our house, so we never really went to the masjid like that. So honestly, like, a lot has changed since I've been married, like, religiously as well. I really don't know where I'm going with this conversation. Like, I'm meant to be cooking food and telling you guys what I'm doing, but at the moment I'm not doing anything, just, do you know what I mean? I think lamb keema cooks a bit longer, so I have to, I'm hot. Overall, alhamdulillah, my experience was positive living with my in-laws. Alhamdulillah, I think we've got a really good relationship. Allah Ta'ala Nasr, which I really hope, you know, Allah Ta'ala saves us all from evil eye, but I mean, Samami, but yeah, I had a good experience overall. I think they taught me a lot, and yeah, I think when I moved 11 months in, I think it was too soon if I think about it. Like, I could have easily lived another year, but then alhamdulillah we were offered this flat, so we didn't want to miss this opportunity, because a lot of people would die to be in our position. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously me and Zen, inshallah, we have big plans for the future, but everyone starts from somewhere, isn't it? I think there was a lot of things that I had to adjust to. I mean, because I've always ever known working. I was always working 9 to 5. I used to get up, get ready, go get a train, go to London, go to work, come back. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that I would get up, and Zenny obviously was my comfort blanket, and he would go to work early in the morning, and then it would just be me, my mother-in-law. And yeah, I think there was an element of feeling really shy at one point as well. My sister-in-law lived with us until she moved out as well when she got married. So that was nice having her there. But then eventually, you know, I think eventually I became kind of accustomed to the lifestyle, and I think maybe a part of me did get a bit bored because I was pregnant as well, and I was really, really unwell during my pregnancy. Like, I don't know, I just wasn't physically well. Alhamdulillah, the last 4 months I did manage to go to work, but the only reason why I chose to go to work was because, I don't know, I needed to get out of the house. I just thought I was feeling really bored. So yeah, but because I was feeling unwell, there was a time where I hadn't visited London in like 4 months because of my health, you know, because of the pregnancy wouldn't allow me to travel far, and if I did travel far, I was just being sick all the time. I had hyperemesis, which is severe sickness. I can go into detail about that later, but I think I should add my mix. Just adding the keema shepherd's pie mix. What else did it say? Tomato puree. Okay. You know, my mom comes and visits me, and then she sees me cooking and cleaning and just looking after my house, looking after my husband and my children, and she sees me cooking and she's like, I can't believe this is Marina. I was like, I know. I can't believe it. Sometimes I deep it. Like, even my friends, they message me sometimes and they're like, I'm so proud of you of how far you've come, because I promise you, I didn't even know how to make toast. I'd burn bread. I'm so silly. Once I was in quarantine, so we had just come back from Pakistan, we were quarantining, and my friend at the time dropped me loads of food. Cereal was one of them, so I put milk in the kettle, and the kettle blew, and then my light switches turned off. Also, I put the entire cauliflower in boiling water. I didn't know you had to chop it off. I think I added too much water. Oh, relax. I'm going to get Zen to taste my keema. I always get him to taste the food before, because if he doesn't like it, then, you know what I mean, what's the point? Like, I'm only cooking for him. So if he'll tell me always, oh, add this, so once it's cooked, I'll ask him to taste it. And then we'll take it from there. A lot has happened since I last vlogged off. I made the mash. I did milk, butter, some garlic powder, and now I just added it into the potatoes, and now I'm mashing it, but I don't have like a masher, so I'm really struggling. But obviously went chaos because Sammy just started and Zen needed a break, so we switched, and then I got anxiety. I'm like, oh, what's he doing in the kitchen? He was just minding the food, but I just thought, oh my god, I need to be in there. And Sammy calmed down until we gave him milk, so he's back with the kids. A quick update, I'm just getting Zen to taste the keema, do the layering, put it in the oven, whilst I go and look after the children. So I hope you enjoyed the cook and chat segment. We'll be back with more. This is how it turned out, by the way, guys. Yummy.